Hey guys, I hope everybody had a fantastic weekend. We are here on Monday. We had a lot of fun. It was a beautiful weekend, and we started t-ball and we got out and hiked. And I don't know if you guys saw, but on my Instagram, I posted a little ringneck snake that we found. It was like right in the middle of the path. You know, they're like this big. They look like giant worms, basically. So we got to see that, go herping a little bit with our hike this weekend. So that was fun. We still have a few females that we're waiting to lay on, so I'm going to give you some updates on them and the clutch that is due to hatch here any day. If you haven't, please like and subscribe to this channel. It helps get this content out to more people. It helps to get it to a bigger viewership so that I get better ideas from everybody, and it's easier for me to make more videos. You can do it while you're watching the video, so like and subscribe, please. So this female was due a couple days back, and you can tell she's ready to go. Well, she's not contorted like she was. She's trying to get these eggs out. You can kind of see there in her belly, right by her neck, how kind of swollen and I guess, I don't know, you would say distended it is a little bit. She's definitely ready to pop. So today's the 29th, so she's a couple days late. I don't know, I guess 3 days late or so, which is okay. She looks like she's probably got some big eggs or a lot of eggs inside of her. So, you know, all I can hope is that they're coming out soon. So that's what she's doing. And this female is actually due tomorrow. And as you can see, she's, you know, wrapped up in her little coil as well. So, you know, hopefully maybe both sets of eggs will come on the same day. We'll have two clutches, and they'll be you know, laid on the same day and hopefully hatch on the same day, which would be pretty exciting. It's going to be a lot of work when they all hatch around the same time, especially when you get some bigger clutches. So, you know, hopefully we're lucky and have like 20 eggs coming out at the same time. This girl, you know, she was at 21 when I measured a few weeks back. She's a little swollen. Yeah, she didn't eat last week, so she is a little swollen there. It's kind of hard to see from this angle, but she's a little swollen up. Let's see, this lightning pied girl. As you can see, she is deep in blue there, so she'll probably shed, I would say probably within 2 days, maybe around May 1st, 2nd. So her clutch will be due, you know, at the beginning of June. And this girl, my other lightning pied, as you can see here, looking all big and uncomfortable. She's doing about 2 weeks or so to lay her clutch. So there's a lot of big clutches coming. I'm curious to see. I haven't looked at this female all weekend. No really swelling yet. She's about 20, but she's still eating stuff, so she's getting along there. This female is a little further along. Let's see what she looks like. Yeah, she's looking like she's starting to ovulate a little bit. She was at 24 when I measured last week. She's looking a little more swollen there on the back end. So hopefully that means that she'll be ovulating sooner rather than later. And let's see how this clown pied girl's doing. Yeah, there's not a big ovulation there yet, so I'm curious to see where she's at in this process. She's done pairing up. She's had four locks, 4 confirmed locks. So I'm leaving her alone at this point. She's not even getting fed. You know, some breeders that I've listened to, some of the, you know, the bigger breeders have said they usually don't like to feed after 25 millimeter follicles or so, because some of them have the feeling that, you know, some of their body's calories get put into digesting food rather than all being put into creating eggs. So, you know, most of my females don't eat at this size anyways in the growth process of the follicles, so I don't even try to push it. I just kind of leave them alone, let them do their thing. These eggs were kind of neat. I usually don't bother the eggs too much once they're ready to go. And these are due basically they're 53 days today, I believe. So they really could hatch any day here. It just depends on how hot the air is in them. But it's kind of neat because they're at the size now where you can actually see the snakes moving inside of the eggs. I don't know if it'll pop up here at all, but you can actually see them kind of moving around inside the eggs a little bit, which is kind of cool. So those will be coming out. These are the potential 8-gene ultramale hepides. You know, we got some monster eggs in here, so hopefully that means, I don't know, my hope was that there's some twins in there, but giant snakes would be awesome too. So I don't see any pips yet, but this one right here was wiggling a lot when I came in here the other day to look at them to see if there were pips. So I would assume by Wednesday at the latest. I mean, that would be 55 days. Some people ask, you know, when do you cut? It's hard. I think Billy at Mutation Creation said he cuts at like 52, and I have cut at 52, and it hasn't negatively affected the snakes. Typically, my rule of thumb is, you know, unless they're late, like over 55 days or so, I typically wait to cut them until, you know, 1 or 2 snakes have pipped. You know, if it's 53 days and only 1 has pipped, I'll wait until a second one has pipped to cut everything. If they're at 55 days and nothing's pipped yet, they're probably all getting cut just to make sure everything's okay in there. But I mean, that also, a lot of that depends on the temperature of your incubator, because the lower the temperature, the longer they take to cook. The higher the temperature, the quicker they cook. So that's going to depend on that too. You don't want to be cutting them too early. My temperatures, it's even hard to say because the thermometers in there thermostats give all different temperatures. And because the way the Wilbanks incubator works, which I freaking hate, the thermostat in it, it's not an accurate temperature either. So I have to rely on the extra thermostats I have in there to figure out what the actual temperature is. So I don't know, you know, pinpoint exactly what the temp is in there. So I kind of leave it up to the babies to kind of pop out on their own. So, you know, I kind of leave them to it. Somebody had a question last week, you know, what box I use, what incubator box I use, all this stuff. I just made a video like 2 weeks ago about this. And then they asked if there was no press and seal on it. That's because I took the press and seal off. So you need to kind of watch some of these videos and all the way through, because I explained all this stuff in depth a couple weeks ago. If I need to revisit that video again sometime soon, I can do that. But you know, I can't keep re-answering questions that I've already answered. So unless we're completely running out of content, which I don't think is going to be the thing. So I use that setup that I just showed you. I use press and seal on it. I take the press and seal off like a week before the eggs are due to hatch. So if you see press and seal and you don't see press and seal, it's because the eggs are ready to hatch. That's the setup I use. That's all I use in there is the egg box, the egg crate, water, and press and seal. That's it. There's nothing else that goes into it. I do not buy the egg boxes with the gaskets on them because I want to be able to burp the eggs. I want to be able to have air pass through there when I decide to take the press and seal off and still have the lid locked down. If you buy the gasket seal boxes, it basically negates the need for press and seal, but when the eggs are ready to hatch, you're also not getting any air in there. So you're gonna have to release those latches and open the tub a little bit. And if you don't have, you know, if you're not watching it 24/7 and those snakes hatch, they can get out of the box. Not that it's a huge deal, but if you have any holes anywhere in that incubator, it's possible they can get out and you can lose them. Not a big concern for me 95% of the time, but it can happen. So I don't use the tubs, the egg boxes, the shoe boxes with the gaskets because of that. I just buy regular ones that have a nice snapping lid. I think those are Iris boxes. I'm pretty sure I bought them online from the Container Store, but you can buy them anywhere that they have them. I would just look for a sturdy plastic box, a shoebox size. The egg trays are from Reptichip, their brand. I forget what they actually call I think they're Easy Hatch trays. They sell them on the Reptichip website. There are also Dragon Hatch trays, which if I did it all over again, I'd probably buy because the eggs are like kind of diagonal on the trays. So that's it. But I use press and seal for I don't know, 45 of the 55 days they're in there. I just take it off so that they can breathe. They need more oxygen as they're getting ready to hatch. So that's it for today. I wish there was more to show today. I was expecting to have eggs dropped at this point, but there isn't. So I can't show that yet. Hopefully by tomorrow. I have a feeling these videos are going to get crazy. I'm going to have to record multiple in a day because I have 2 eggs coming down, plus 2 clutches coming down, plus that egg clutch hatching. So I actually have to get back into start feeding everybody today, which takes up enough time. So we'll end that video here, and then hopefully tomorrow I either have eggs or babies to show you guys. So thank you for tuning in, and again, please like and subscribe.